Hey, how you doing? This is Brandon Jones, author of the College Readiness 101 workbook series, here with another episode of the College Readiness 101 podcast. And today I have a special guest, Mr. Jimmy Hulsey from the University System of Georgia's eCore program. And I think this is a phenomenal opportunity and resource for students. Mr. Hulsey, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Brandon. It's a pleasure to be here. How are you?
I am fine. I am fine. Thank you so much for being a part of this today. So I know, about eCore, but a lot of students here in Georgia or a lot of parents, they actually may not know about eCore. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your role, and eCore?
Oh, absolutely. I sure can. Again, my name is Jimmy Hulsey. I'm with the University System of Georgia, eCore. Um, I'm one of the recruiters. I get to work a lot one-on-one with students and parents as far as getting them prepped and giving them information as to see what the best fit is for them. As a whole, we're University System of Georgia eCampus, and of course we have the USG eCore that falls under our umbrella, and also the eMajor. And if it's okay with you, Brandon, I'll transition into that and just share a little information. I hope everybody finds it useful.
Okay.
All right. Well, eCore, it's just what it sounds like. It's an opportunity for students to complete their first 2 years of college, their core classes, completely online. eCore itself is a cooperative academic arrangement between 21 of the SACS COC regionally accredited colleges and universities within the University System of Georgia. Some of the benefits for the students, of course, one thing I like for students to always ask is know how that program is accredited. Of course, all the University System of Georgia colleges and universities are regionally accredited through the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools and commissions on colleges. All the coursework is taught by University System of Georgia instructors, so you have the same instruction as the on-campus students have. All course credit and degrees are issued by the host institution. Of course, we'll talk more about that later. We offer flexible 16 and 8-week semesters. Typically within those semesters, session 1 and 2 is built into that. So that's a great way for you to really get a lot of classes covered in a short period of time if you choose to do that. It's not required, but it's a great way to speed up the process through the educational system. All of these core classes, eCore classes, are transferable within the University System of Georgia and other regionally accredited institutions. And one thing we really don't talk about a lot is when is the network building. While you're in these eCore classes, you're going to have students from not only all over the state of Georgia, but other regionally accredited institutions outside the state of Georgia. So it's a great way for students to build their network. Where you can both work, you can all work together later in your career to help one another out. So that's kind of an unspoken benefit that you get from the program. As far as the value goes, the eCore classes are $159 per credit hour. We use an asynchronous delivery, and all that means is yes, you'll have a due date for your assignments, but when you're actually sitting in front of your computer completing those coursework, it is going to be on your schedule. The only thing I really encourage students to do is if have a plan A, B, and C as far as your study time goes, because as Brandon will tell you as well, the number one stressor for college students is procrastination. So make sure you set aside that time based on your schedule. Say you choose Monday, Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. to do your coursework. And then life tends to get in the way. Have a backup plan. Okay, if I can't do Monday, Wednesday, I can do it Tuesday, Thursday from 3 to 5. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing we really encourage students to do. Again, the program is 100% online. You never have to get in your car and drive to any of the campuses. Another huge value benefit is the textbooks are all embedded. I know when I was in college, there were semesters I spent almost as much money on textbooks as I did my tuition and fees.
That's right.
And that's right. And you never, ever have to buy a textbook. The only extra expense you may have outside that 159 credit hour is if, say, you're taking a science class, and that science class, say, whether it's biology or chemistry, you may be required to purchase a lab kit. And also embedded into that 159 per credit hour is free tutoring, free library resources when you have to write your scholarly articles or your papers. Galileo and all those scholarly assets are right there in the system. Um, we use the GoView platform, and our team and the host institutions teams have worked really hard to make that a very simple platform to navigate. You're typically only going to be a couple of clicks away from what you need, whether that's your assignments, how to submit your assignments, your syllabus, how to go in and reach to your assessments to register for your proctored exams. You're just a couple of clicks away. And one thing we'll ask you to do, and all eCore and eMajor students do this, is we have an intro quiz. And that intro quiz essentially is to make sure that you're comfortable navigating and learning in the online environment and making sure you understand how to navigate that course. Also, we give you customized enrollment support. If you see this information today and you're like, hey, I'm really interested in taking some eCore classes, or I'm interested in getting one of the eMajor degrees, you reach out to me and I'm with you till the day you graduate. Here to answer questions. You not only get me, and then when I say me, I send the whole team at the University System of Georgia eCampus, but also all the assets are available to you at the home institution. And one thing we do, and I encourage students to take advantage of this, is we offer a free unofficial transcript. And this is particularly important to the eMajor program because in that we're going to have students that's maybe attended 3 or 4 different institutions since they graduated high school. Take advantage of that. It's free, no obligation, but our curriculum analyst team, Casey and Katie, they're well versed on how to evaluate these transcripts, and they come with years and years and years of higher ed experience doing that. And they can tell you exactly what's going to transfer into a particular program and how many classes you're going to need to complete that program. So you go in with a very clear mind. Now, once you're admitted to one of the, say the eMajor programs, then of course once you're admitted as a student, they will do the official transcript evaluation. But most USG college universities will not do that until you're admitted. But we're usually very, very close with this unofficial evaluation. And then we'll talk more about it later about the student success team that we offer.
No, that was great. That was great, Mr. Hulsey. One of the things that I think I took out of that was that it's the courses that they're taking are for all of the schools, all of the colleges in the university system of Georgia, right? And so,
yes, sir.
So they can actually go to any school, any public school, or any private school that's in the system, and they can get these e classes and take them through, right?
They sure can. And to take advantage of that, Brannon, first thing you have to do is get admitted to one of the participating University System of Georgia college universities. And then once you're admitted, you'll have your orientation. That may be online, it may be on campus. I know that with the COVID going on, that universities and colleges are trying really hard to accommodate students who are not comfortable coming to campus. And you'll through that process, one of the important things you'll do is sit down with your academic advisor. And all you have to do is tell your academic advisor, all right, I want to take the eCore English class this semester, or I want to major in this eMajor program. And then, of course, you'll meet with them toward the end of every semester, and they're there just to keep you on the right path, to make sure you're not taking classes that you don't need, and to keep you on the right path and get you in and out of college in the amount of time that you desire to get out. So
gotcha. And that's kind of very important. When I was working on the college campus, when I was in student affairs, that was one big thing. We wanted to make sure that students had the ability to speak with their academic advisor, understand exactly what they needed to do, how far they had to go, and what classes they needed to take, which classes they didn't. So that's important that you have somebody to do that with them. So that's great. That's
absolutely
great.
They are vital.
Okay. All right. So question number 2 I have for you, because there are going to be some parents and some students who are really interested in this. So through your eCore program, what kind of courses are available? I know you said that you can essentially take the first 2 years of a college program, online through this system. What kind of courses are you saying are available through your program?
Any course that's going to get you through your core. People can essentially get their associate's degree through the eCore classes, but we cover science, English, math, communications, philosophy, history, government, psychology, Spanish, sociology, music, art, and business. It's a collection of all those categories put together. It's approximately 36 core classes that is offered through the program.
Wow. Okay. And so it's very particularly important because now we're in COVID, right? So we're still in the COVID pandemic, and so some students may not want to be on a college campus or just feel uncomfortable with being on a college campus. This is a perfect opportunity for those type of students, right?
Absolutely. It absolutely is, because you're never required to drive to campus. Even your proctored exams, you can do your proctored exam through ProctorU if you choose to do that. And I'm sure how much longer this is going to last, but due to COVID, a lot of students are even the proctored exam is free if you're of course if you're able to test at your home institution's testing center or ProctorU. If I'm not mistaken, I think that cost is covered through the end of the year. But of course, if you choose like a private proctor, then that
Yeah.
may cost you some money.
Okay. Perfect. Well, one of the hot topics right now for a lot of families is going to be dual enrollment, right? So
Yes, sir.
there are so many. There's two schools of thought that I kind of find when I'm talking with parents is, hey, I want my child to take as many dual enrollment courses as they can because it's going to kind of decrease the amount of money that we have to pay towards their college education, and we want to get them as far ahead as we can as possible. The other school of thought is going to be from parents who say, you know what, I want my child to be with their class. I want them to have the traditional college experience with their class, and it really doesn't matter about the funds. I just want them to mature. One parent put it this way, is that she said, I wasn't mature enough, right, to be graduating 2 years early. I know it's before the legislature just changed, but it's like I wasn't mature enough to graduate at 20 years old because I already had these classes. So it's just funny to hear how the parents think about it. And I know that the University System of Georgia's eCore program, they actually offer dual enrollment classes for students. So how does that work for students who might be interested in dual enrollment courses through your program?
Oh, absolutely. I think you hit on a really good point there, and this goes down to fit. Is the dual enrollment program a good fit for you? Is that something the student desires? And it's not to say that you have to take your entire 2 years to get your associate's degree while you're still in high school. Even if you take just a couple of classes, and I'll tell you why that's important. Georgia has a grant, and as a high school dual enrollment student, you can apply for that grant and they'll cover the cost of your dual enrollment courses. So it is an opportunity for students and parents alike to save as much money as they would like on college tuition. And, Brandon, I'm sure you know as well as I do that student loans are real.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to take part of it, again, the participating University System of Georgia college universities, you pick which one you would like to attend. You simply apply for admissions. And of course, the admissions officer is very aware of the dual enrollment students. And you apply, get admitted, go to orientation, meet with your academic advisor, and they will guide you along as far as which classes you desire to take. You're not required to take a large number of courses. But I do, I tell parents and students all the time, please, with that Georgia grant out there, take advantage. We have had students that have graduated high school and graduated their associate's degree at the same time. It's a little bit more of a push now because there were some changes within the legislation where, freshmen in high school could go, but now it's pretty much for sophomores through seniors. And we have an astronomical amount of students that are taking advantage of that. The ABC rates are over 90%, and I will say they are some of our best students. But one important thing to do is be sure to meet with your high school counselor. The University System of Georgia works very closely with all the high school counselors throughout the state of Georgia, and sit down with them and say, I am interested in taking advantage of dual enrollment. So make sure that you sit down with them, and they're going to give you a good feel based on your academic record. You have to be on track for all the college preparatory courses. As a sophomore, there is a minimum SAT or ACT score that you have to meet. Of course, if you want more questions about that, you can reach out to me and I'll provide all that information and help walk you through that. But it's a great opportunity. They have access to all the courses. There are some courses, depending on which ones you take, where you can get high school credit and college credit for the same class. And that's going to be a question that your high school counselor will really be able to help you with.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That's perfect. And I have a lot of students who are very interested in dual enrollment. So it's really, really good to see when students get a chance to take advantage of it for those individuals who want it.
Exactly.
You were talking to me before about the support that students receive, being an eCore or eMajor student. And everybody, I think you said everybody on your team has to be a student success team member, right? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, everybody's a part of that. It's almost like being in the military. Even if you were a cook or if you were a doctor, you're a soldier first, right? Or you're a seaman first, right? Or so that's interesting to hear how you say everybody has to be on a team. So what does it look like? What kind of support do students have, and what is the student success team all about?
I've certainly, and you know as well as I do, Brannon, when students are successful, we're successful.
Absolutely.
And when that student success team is a big part of that, we're there to get you going. We're going to give you a start of term call. Hey, you're ready to go for your semester. Do you know how to log in? Are you having issues finding the information that you need? And that's the first thing. We do that every semester. We have what we call call cycles that we make throughout the semester.
Okay.
Hey, your midterm proctored exam is coming up. Do you know how to go into GoView and click assessments and click proctored exams and register for that? And I'll say, as far as our team, I love working with University of System Georgia eCampus. From our dean all the way through the whole system, everybody's student focused. Every time I hear conversations, I mean, people, they leap at the opportunity to be a part of this student success teams. It's a chance for us to work one-on-one with the students throughout their college track.
Yeah.
And a lot of places don't get that opportunity. And so it's very scheduled, but one thing we also have is an early intervention system.
Yeah.
And I encourage students, whether you're a part of eCore, eMajor or not, get to know your professors, build that rapport with your professors. They want to get to know their students. With that being said, you'll have a dual layer. You're going to have the support of University System of Georgia eCampus, but you're also going to have all the assets that's at your host institution, whether that's Georgia Southern, Kennesaw State, University of West Georgia. So you get dual layer support. But the way that early intervention system works, and we've had a lot of success with this, is I know, like when I was going to college, if I ran into a subject I didn't understand, I wanted to go hide under a rock. And that's the worst thing you can do. Communicate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Communicate. If your professor picks up, maybe you haven't logged in a while. It could be because you weren't ahead, but he's concerned, and maybe they're having issues of communicating with you. He'll reach out and say, this student hasn't logged in a week. Can you check on them, see if there's anything they need? Or I'm finding this student is struggling with this particular course material. And they'll reach out to us and say, would you please reach out to the student and tell them what eCore, eMajor assets are available after free tutoring, et cetera, that's available. Because that's what our job is to keep things moving smoothly for you and to help you get over those barriers.
Yeah.
And whether that's time management or study habits or tutoring resources, whatever the student needs to get them through that, then that's what we're there for. We're kind of like that coach. Come on, you can do this.
Yeah, that's what it's like. When I was working in student retention, that's what it's like, herding cats. That's kind of what students are. Like, herd cats never go where you want them to go, and so you always have to put them somewhere and try to wrap your arms around them and get them to the finish line. And you would just want to make sure that they have all of the resources that they need so that they can be successful. And because it's all about kind of the after effect. What position does this put them in? They're able to better provide for the family. They can increase their income, and they can do all of these different things because of education. And so That's really, really good that there's a team that's surrounding them.
Absolutely. So, I think that's particularly important, especially, for all students, but particularly the first generation college students. I was a first generation college student. And, the parents may not have had that college experience to where they can say, well, you need to fill out your applications, you need to fill out your FAFSA, you need to submit your official transcripts. And that's where we come in. We got to make sure we can navigate them and keep them on the track to reach our career goals, educational goals.
That's all. That's what it's all about. And you know, it's just the intrinsic value that you get when you see a student who had some issue, you know, some obstacle they had to overcome, and you see them walk across that stage. You know, that's what I kind of got addicted to, you know, in working with students. And so that I really appreciate it. There's a team doing that for students in your
Absolutely.
service.
It's nothing like it, Brandon.
Yep. So for Georgia students, how can they enroll into either eCore or eMajor programs? What does that process look like for them?
Okay, very simple. Again, for the eCore, we have what we call the power of 21. There's 21 participating University System of Georgia colleges and universities across the state. You know, from Kennesaw to Georgia Southern to Coastal College of Georgia, and so on and so forth. We have a full list on our website, which I'll give to you a little bit later. You just simply pick the one that you want to attend, apply for admissions, and then you're off and running. A little bit about the eMajor program. A lot of times, you know, we do have students that come into eCore and then they transition right into the eMajor program because they want to do their entire degree online. Only big suggestion I have for the eCore students is if you know you're going to stay in this online environment throughout your whole degree track, then it'd be probably a good idea just to make sure wherever you want to take those eCore classes that they offer the degree that you're wanting to pursue, whether it's information technology or business or nursing, whatever that may be. But if not, that's no big deal because these credits are transferable, and you can just simply, so if you go to Georgia Highlands College to complete your eCore and then you say, hey, I want to transfer into this eMajor program that Georgia Highlands is not a partner in, then you can simply transfer, apply to where you want to transfer to as a typical transfer students. And it's the same exact way with the eMajor program. You pick the eMajor program, and I'll cover these with you that you want to get your degree in, and you simply apply to that university. Let me just pull up here the degree programs that we offer.
Oh, that'd be great just to have a list for students.
Absolutely. Okay. Number one is, and I want to say too about these eMajor programs, how we come up with, okay, what degree programs are the University System of Georgia College and Universities going to offer? And what they did, these institutions that are working together through all this, is they went to the workforce, they went to the corporations and the businesses. They said, all right, you know, Georgia's got some of the top employers. We have many of them right here in the state of Georgia, many of them right in downtown Atlanta. And they said, what do you need? What type of students and what type of skills and abilities do you need from Georgia college students? And this is where these degrees come from. This is coming from us working directly with the top employers in the state of Georgia. And these are in no particular order, but we have information technology, and that's through Georgia Southern. And again, I just want to point out, I don't remember if I missed it, but any eCore classes that you take or eMajor degree programs that you're a part of, all that college credit comes from your home institution, just as if you were driving to Georgia Southern every day or wherever you decide to get admitted for, either your eCore class or eMajor, your credits, and it's the same exact college credits that you're going to get if you were driving to the campus and sitting in the classroom every day. Another big one is cybersecurity. That one is another single institution program that's offered, and that's through Kennesaw State. And I will say that program is huge, not just in the corporate world, but also in your government sector, your local, state, and federal governments. And so it's just so much opportunity for that type degree. I know in the military out at Fort Gordon in Augusta, I was out there a while back and saw all kind of construction going on. I was talking with the education coordinator there, and he said that's them expanding the cyber security program, which is pretty amazing. They're just at Fort Gordon, they're looking to add, I can't tell you how many cybersecurity people to help run those functions. We do have the business administration. This one's offered through Georgia Southwestern State University, and it comes with concentrations in accounting, management, marketing, and HR management. And then we have what's called the collaborative degrees, where you can pick from a number of University System of Georgia College universities for this one particular degree. Criminal justice, it's offered through Dalton State, Georgia Southwestern State University, and Georgia Highlands College. And you can choose a concentration in law enforcement or social justice. The social justice is a new concentration that we're offering that the University System of Georgia colleges and universities are offering. I'm super excited about that social justice concentration. The next one is organizational leadership. It's offered through the University of West Georgia, Albany State University, Fort Valley State University, Dalton State, and Atlanta Metropolitan State University. And the concentrations in that one are healthcare administration or public service, office technology and administration, which is real similar to a business concentration. And again, social justice is available with that degree track. Through Columbus State University, we have an RN to BSN program for people that are looking to transition from their associate's degree in nursing, who've passed the nursing exam. They can transition this RN to BSN program through Columbus State University and complete it in as little as 9 months. It's a total of 9 classes to jump from an RN to a BSN.
Wow.
And the last one is financial technology. And this is a job market that is just is blowing up. I don't know if many people that are going to watch this are aware, but there's like an astronomical percentage amount of financial transactions that come through the state of Georgia through big companies such as Fiserv and different ones. Most of them are housed here. And that's what that degree's around, is preparing you to get out there. I don't remember the amount of time, but I think over the next 5 years, they're expecting 10,000 new jobs just in the financial technology sector. And that's every time you use your credit card, every time you use your debit card, any type of electronic transactions, that's what you're going to learn with this financial technology degree. That particular degree is an associate's degree, and that one's offered through Middle Georgia State University.
Okay. Those are phenomenal programs that you're talking about. And like you said, these are majors that you could just take online. You don't have to go to a particular college, but your degree will say that particular college, which is amazing, So, Mr. Hulsey, there are individuals who are going to be listening to the podcast and or watching this on YouTube that may not be in the state of Georgia, right? And so I have listeners from California, North Carolina. I had some come from Texas as well. And so let's just say somebody is not from the state of Georgia. Are there any comparable programs out of state, or could somebody from out of state take advantage of your courses? What does it look like for somebody who would not be in the state of Georgia?
Well, number one, if you're not in the state of Georgia, you can take advantage of the eMajor program. Like, for instance, the Columbus State University nursing program, we have students all over the country.
Okay.
And the only requirement with that program is that you're in one of the approved states, in which there is an entire host of states that are approved. Another big advantage of that program is if you're in the military, as long as you're stationed on a U.S. military base, you can take the classes from anywhere in the world. And the states will vary by program, but a good number of our eMajor students are not Georgia residents. They live, and the cost is the same. I don't think I mentioned it, but the eMajor programs are $199 per credit hour. Same thing, textbooks embedded. All the tutoring resources are free, just like the eCore. As far as the eCore classes go, what I usually suggest to students if they're out of state is apply to one of the universities that's offering the eCore classes as a transient student. And it's going to work the same way as if, say, you go to University of Tennessee or University of Alabama, wherever that may be, and you want to get some classes done over the summer, or maybe during the semester the course you need to graduate is not available, then you can apply to that university as a transient student. To get to your question, I do know Tennessee, it has a similar program. I don't know how it compares to the USG, eCore and eMajor programs. I know Tennessee's got that. I talked to some folks in Alabama, and they're looking to model something like what we're doing in the University System of Georgia. So there's definitely possibilities out there, but depending on who the student is and where they're wanting to transfer in from, it can be readily available to them just like it is.
Okay, perfect. And see, and that's the whole thing. We want to make sure that we can provide as many resources for students in and outside of the state, because the whole purpose is to shorten that learning curve, right? Provide
Absolutely.
resources, help them get to where they need to get to. And so no, this was great. I appreciate you so much for having a station with me. I know it's going to help so many students and parents who are on that college preparatory journey.
Well, I'm honored to be a part of it, and I really appreciate what you're doing. I've said time and time again, we need that.
Yeah.
And we need it, like I say, for all students, but especially those first generation. We need people like you that are out there. Hey, this is what you need to start thinking about when you're in 8th grade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I didn't have that. So, I went to college later in life as a non-traditional / adult learner. And, I kind of had to navigate some things because when I was in high school, I don't think I ever met my high school counselor. I didn't even know who it was. So things
I hear that so much. Yeah.
And things are so much better now. I mean, same way with the technical system. You need that guidance.
You need that guidance.
That's why I really wanted to be a part of this, because I love what you're doing, man. You're changing lives.
I really appreciate it. So for those subscribers who are watching and the listeners for the podcast, how can they get more information about the University System of Georgia's eCore so that they could take advantage of the resources that you provide?
Thank you, Brandon. Feel free to reach out to me directly. My email is all lowercase. It's JHULSEY. That's J Hulsey at ecampus.usg.edu. If you'd like more information, just go to ecore.usg.edu, and that's going to give you eCore specific information. And there's a lot of helpful information on there that we didn't get to have the time to cover today. And then if you want eMajor specific, you can do eMajor.usg.edu.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. If you like what you're hearing and you want to learn more, you can subscribe to this podcast and to my YouTube channel, College Readiness 101. You can also follow me on my social media platforms, College Readiness 101 on Instagram and Facebook. And you can visit my website at collegereadiness101.com. We'll talk to you next time.